So in what scenario or circumstances would I suggest for you to never pay off your mortgage? And I know that's the common argument that I hear all the time, but I do have a separate video where I compare paying off your mortgage versus investing instead with all the different nuances. I'll leave that video down in the description, and so you can check that out later. But back to the main topic, and it almost always has to do with one factor that changes my opinion about paying off your mortgage early. And that one factor is if you are a committed value creator. And here's what I ultimately mean by that. Let's just say you have $1,000 every single month of net cash flow that you could either invest or pay off debt, whatever you want to do with it, it's net cash flow. So instead of just socking that $1,000 away on an S&P 500 index fund or a mutual fund, where it could potentially earn anywhere between 5 to 8% depending on what the market's doing, instead of doing that, you are instead investing in yourself and your capability and aptitude to create wealth and income. For some of you, you may have an ultimate goal of making $1 million every single year. So if you're only making $100,000 a year right now, and I'm borrowing this concept from a guy named Alex Hormozi who explains this so well, that means you're paying a $900,000 a year of skill tax because you don't know how to make $1 million a year. And for someone to make $1 million a year, it takes substantive knowledge, expertise, know-how, special skills, understanding. I can go on and on and on. And even then, there's no guarantee of making $1 million a year. I mean, there's risk in almost every situation. That's why we have things like risk-adjusted rate of return. So let me go and give you a little bit more concrete example to this. Let's say with that $1,000 a month, just like the scenario I gave you, instead of putting in a market, instead of putting in the S&P 500, instead of paying off your mortgage early, instead of doing any of those things, what if you're investing in yourself by taking that $1,000 a month and perhaps investing into courses or programs, coaching to learn how to maybe invest in real estate? And yes, that ultimately means that you're saying no or deferring the opportunity to pay off your mortgage faster to save money and time. And yes, you're deferring the opportunity to invest in the markets, earning, anywhere between 5 to 8% depending on what the market is doing. You're saying no to that and saying, you know what, I am going to commit to increasing my earning capacity by increasing my knowledge currency. Because what's the difference between you, who may not be a doctor, versus who is a doctor, right? There's a significant skill gap between you, who's not a doctor, versus a doctor who's gone through years of medical school, right? Residency. And now that person, he or she, could be earning top dollars because of that skill gap. They could have taken the hundreds of thousands of dollars they invested in medical school and invested into market or paid off their mortgage instead. But this person instead chose to invest in themselves and their skills and knowledge that significantly increased their earning capacity every single year. So if you have the aptitude or you're drawn to a certain skill set you want to learn, let's say how to invest in real estate, how to invest in crypto, or maybe you want to learn how to start a successful business, those types of activities, investment dollar and time and effort and energy could pay out in the long run that surpasses all the benefits of investing in the markets, the stock market, or paying off your mortgage. So I think this is where I differ a lot with Dave Ramsey's philosophy or some of the other financial gurus out there. Whereas, could you pay off your mortgage early and build up your emergency fund and then start investing into mutual funds and doing it that way? Sure. But could there also be a route where instead of doing that, you can take the money and invest in yourself, your aptitude, your skill set, increasing your value creation and earning capacity, not only where you could and potentially increase your income, now you have more cash flow to play with to pay off your mortgage if you want to invest in other things, you can diversify a little bit, but it is a path that you could take. And you might be saying, well, Sam, there's no guarantee that if I go and spend money on real estate courses or learning how to invest in crypto or building a business, there's no guarantee that I can make any money. That's absolutely true. Welcome to a thing called risk. But over time, you mitigate that risk by adding more knowledge, adding more expertise and skill, because the more you know how things could go wrong, the more you can stop it from happening. So as someone who's dedicated the last 10 years in value creation and building 7- to 8-figure businesses, building real estate portfolios, I now have more cash flow to pay off my mortgage faster, more cash flow to invest in 401k, IRA, life insurance, etc. And so for some of you, it may not be a question of should you pay off your mortgage early or to invest, but more so a question of, can I increase my earning capacity? So I am a staunch believer that if you increase your earning capacity, knowledge, understanding how to mitigate risk, how to make better decisions when it comes to your finances, becoming a more disciplined person in all areas of life, health, physical, spiritual, finances, I believe that by upgrading me and upgrading you, you can make better decisions that could perhaps lead you to making more money, increasing your wealth, and protecting the downside, the risk, but also having that skill protecting your downside, right? All the things that could go wrong in a real estate investment deal or cryptocurrency deal or paying down your mortgage, decreasing your lifestyle a little bit so you're not having a lot of cash outlay so that you could go invest more into some of the other things, opportunities, businesses, and etc. So yes, it does take astronomical commitment, work ethics, grinding, etc. to say, yes, I'm gonna stay focused on value creation to increase my earning capacity over just making a binary decision of paying off your mortgage early versus investing. Now, are there instances where some of you were like, you're a complete train wreck and then you need to pay off your debt? Absolutely. If you're totally out of control when it comes to your spending, your budgeting, and your debt is surpassing your income, then yes, you may have to pull a 911 and really focus on financial recovery. And I hate to say it, but that road might lead to bankruptcy and foreclosure for you to start over. And there are all these different nuances and variables and factors that could shape that decision a little bit different. But do know that there is a third option of being a value creator, investing instead in yourself to increase your earning capacity. And if you come to me and say, Sam, I'm focused and committed on my earning capacity, I have this business idea, I have a special skill or a special knowledge, I know how to fix this problem, or maybe you found the cure to cancer, I don't know what it is. And if you are absolutely committed to that, betting yourself in this opportunity that could lead you to significant success, it's a risk for sure, but it's a decision you make. And I can back you up on that. So all that said, even me, I'm not necessarily black and white when it comes to my opinion. Sure, you could invest in the market, earning you 5 to 8% on the S&P 500 or what are the markets doing right now. You could also pay off your mortgage faster for sure, but you can also be a rare individual that says, hey, I got this opportunity, I got this business idea, I got this solution. If that's you and that's the decision you're making, I say I applaud you, I encourage you, go get him. I'm in the corner, I've been there myself, and so I can relate and sympathize with that. So to wrap this up, the point is, there are nuances where it can make and break certain decisions for you. If you're thinking, you know what, I'm happy with my job, I don't want to start a business, I don't want to invest in real estate, whatever, and you're just saying, I want to just focus on investing and growing my 401k and IRA and just be good at my job and paying off my mortgage, great. Nothing wrong with that. And again, I do have a video where I compare paying off your mortgage versus investing. I have a separate video on that. Go and check that out below this video where I pull up a spreadsheet and I do a comparison, mathematical comparison, factoring different variables. So you can go check that out. But I hope this video kind of helped you shape your decision or shape your thinking, or at least see a different perspective about the decision of paying off your mortgage early versus investing. What does that decision look like? And also sharing a little bit of my philosophy of when you should say no to paying off your mortgage and also investing, rather investing in yourself, increasing your earning capacity. So friends, go out there, learn more, research more, stay hungry, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.